It's him with his face on screen. And I'll just repeat what I said. If you're a cultural commentator, if you're a live streamer, you don't have any rights to anonymity. And you never did. And if you can't keep your anonymity, that's your fault. And if you make a point to interview the mother of my son and have a bunch of lies on your broadcast, you understand that I will never show mercy on this faggot. I hope some people understand. I won't show mercy until I see that Rambot has killed himself. And that goes for him. That goes for Gator. I don't care about these people. There is nothing in my psyche that would ever make me feel bad for them or to regret what I've said or done to them. I literally want these people to die. I mean, there's just no other way around it.
But, like, it's the smart thing for Flamenco to do is just delete his internet presence and leave at this point. Because it's just going to continue. People are going to continue to go after him. People are going to continue to accuse him of things he didn't do or things he's not involved with.
By the way, Gator is like a huge wrestling fan. He would kill to be involved with this. Like, I'm literally planning shit with, like, actual wrestlers and working on storyline. Like, he would absolutely... He's so jealous. It's just dripping off of him. Like, what we're doing is like fantasy level shit for a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? Like the fact that we're actually booking a venue, actually booking events, like it's incredible.
And I guess just better to cut his losses when his family's being involved.
Hold on.
Yeah, EPDR says in chat, says, at this point, people just want to fuck with Flam. Yeah, that's
I wonder how much it would cost for Rick to show up, honestly. Should we look into that? I mean, not wrestle because, you know, he put that out there his last match. I wonder how much it would cost for Rick to just show up. I don't know. I might look into that. Probably a lot. I would imagine like $5,000 probably. I don't think it'd be any more than that, though. Just to show up, not to wrestle, just to show up and like be like a person there. I don't think it would cost any more than $5,000 to be honest. No, that's a lot. That's a lot of money, by the way. I'm not downplaying $5,000. Benefit just seems kind of lame.
At this point,
I got into this business to be famous. Like, I don't have to sit here and LARP like Randbot or like Gator or like all these other faggots. I did this thing to be known. But I got into this business to be famous. Like, I mean, there's just no... Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. There's no need for me to hide that. I wanted to be famous from a young age. Like, I don't have to sit here and lie to you guys. I thought when I was a kid that I should be one of the people, right? Like, I see these people on TV. I see these famous people, and I thought I should be one of these people. That's true. Like, I don't have to sit here and sugarcoat it. I literally sat there and said, I should be one of these people. I'm just as entertaining, if not more so, than most of these faggots. I should be one of these people. Like, that's my role, to be a famous person. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm like, that's literally what I thought from a very young age, like a very young age, that this is what I was born to do. And there's pluses and minuses to that. Don't get me wrong, but I don't regret that at all.
He's shown that he's vulnerable to being
turned himself into a hate seeker, and now he's getting the hate.
Yeah, and I think it's probably like the smartest thing he's done is saying, hey, I'm gone until at least December.
By the way, he's never been gone, though. He's been here this whole time. Second off, you know what's funny is I shouldn't say this on air, but me and Nick Diorio were on stream this past Sunday with Salvo's thing. We actually got along pretty good. We talked a little shit, but we got along pretty good. And it was outed that I unblocked him and we unblocked each other because we actually got along about fucking over flamenco. That was actually the thing that brought us back together. Like, all the old shit doesn't even matter. And you know what? I went and looked. Even Augie unblocked me because we had such a fun night. Augie unblocked me. So I went through and unblocked Augie too. Not that I necessarily forgive everything that was said or whatever, but I just don't even care. It wasn't even that big of beef, right? So basically, Salvo is like a king. Salvo's like a king. Me and Nick already unblocked each other. Me and Augie unblocked. That doesn't mean we're going to be doing any shows or anything like that. But like, me and Tommy C were laughing. Me and a lot of these people were laughing. Basically, like, everything's going my way, I guess, is why I just say that. And it's not that I take back any criticisms of any of those people, because I don't. But like, in the grand scheme of things, they don't really mean that much. You know what I mean?
I think that's the smart. I think he should have. I told him to do that.
They don't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things.
When the Pornhub thing came out, I'm like, hey, why don't you just take a break from the internet? Because the last thing you want to do when you have such nuclear heat on yourself is to just kind of like keep going and try to pretend like nothing's happening.
Wrong. By the way, Gator's exactly wrong. Gator is an idiot. Gator is a guy who gets 40 people per stream, and Gator's a guy who doesn't understand the business. He's a guy he's a mark. He's a mark. He thinks he understands the business, but he really doesn't. He is a mark. And the idea that you would ever go away is a cornball idea. The only way you should ever go away like that is if you have a criminal charge or like something just so oppressive that you can't get away from it. You understand? There is no other reason to go away, because when you go away, you're out of sight, out of mind. I'm just better at this than all these people. I don't know what to say. Like, there is no reason to ever go away unless they make you go away. Period. Now, are there different strategies? Maybe can you make yourself scarce or whatever? Yeah, sure. But the idea that you need to just go away, that means you have completely fled the battlefield. You have completely capitulated. You know who has never gone away? Me. Ever. In the face of shit that people would have killed themselves over. Do you understand? I have stayed here in the shit. I have stayed here in the face of shit that people would have literally killed themselves over. 2 or 3 times over. And do you know how much respect I have gotten from that? It's unbelievable. I agree with him. But it's like, you don't go away. When you go away, you've admitted your defeat. You've admitted what they said was true. You've admitted that you're a coward. I'm not going away. You know who's going away? They're going away. I'm not going anywhere. Do you know I was here every day on Cozy? And there was a lot of people behind me, but they weren't all behind me. I brought motherfuckers into line. Do you understand? Through my sheer tenacity. Not everybody was behind me. Let's just look at the record. And a lot of those people I love, by the way, to this day, and I love them then. But not everybody was behind me. And I'm not trying to throw shade at all. But I'm just saying, that's the type of thing you have to deal with sometimes. Not everybody. Look, they're not always going to be behind you. Sometimes it's looking pretty bad. Sometimes you're going to have to find your way through the dark on your own. And thank God there were some key people who were behind me. I'm not going to say everybody, deserted me, because that's not true. And, people on Cozy, especially Nick Fuentes and others, but it wasn't universal.
Because it makes people want to fuck with you even more. You might as well just be like, yeah, fuck, I took a loss on this. I'm going to.
Yeah, you know what? Who cares? That's the thing. See, you bitches are just made different. Okay? Fuck with me more, bitch. That's what I want. I don't give a fuck. If you're a coward faggot who can't stand the heat, you should have never been in the kitchen. That's the thing about it. Go ahead. Bring it, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Bring that fucking shit.
Go take a break and go do something else. Like,
God of Conquest 91 sent $3. Mr. Girl really wants somebody to talk to about The Little Mermaid. Will you talk to Mr. Girl about The Little Mermaid, Ralph? Link.
He won't come on the show anymore because he's a faggot. And, it's unfortunate because I won't say I like the guy, but I thought he was, like, provoking enough that it makes for a good guest, basically, right? That was kind of my mindset. And I see him he's literally just asking people randomly to talk about The Little Mermaid. And it's like, dude, you know what? You pissed everybody off who could have given you fresh matchups, who could have, like, given you good entertainment. And now you're just like this fucking try-hard faggot. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get down with that.
Like, Andy Worski's the fucking master of this. Every time that, like, something, like, retarded has
Hail
happened.
Gribble sent $3 still laughing at Metoker getting banned from Twitter.
Me too. Fuck you.
Andy's always just been like, fuck it, sabbatical. I'll come back in a couple months. And it works every time. Like, every single time.
No, it doesn't.
He takes, like, a little break. He comes back and he goes right back to doing what he's doing. Like, that is what you should do. I told Ralph to do this numerous times. Of course, he never listened to me.
Of course, you're damn right I never did.
Oh, that's why he's
fuck.
top of the sector.
Yeah.
And that's why his e-career.
Damn it, Ralph.
That's why his e-career has never been at the apogee that it is right now.
I was trying to fucking drink a soda. I just about spat it out when you said top of the sector.
The whole 20 viewers on Odyssey and the 5,000
Coronel
multiplied on
Quesadia
Cozy.
69 sent $3 you telling that nasty water shower on the Salvo stream had me dying. Smiley face.
Hate watching.
It's gotta be, especially since you.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be hate watching. They literally can't even stand my success. Like, it drives them crazy. It drives them absolutely crazy. And no, I don't have to fake the deal. That's the thing. I just come here and I'm myself, right? Like, there is no fakery. I don't have to do that. That's things you have to do. You understand? Pure cope. Pure unbridled coping. This whole Shing website we talked about, I've literally, and again, people can say it's gauche or whatever to brag about money or whatever, but like when people are completely lying about your money, completely lying about your situation, your viewers every fucking day, I don't think it is.
An old friend sent $10. Dude, you are literally one of the most entertaining people I've ever seen do it. It's why we followed you from YouTube to D-Live to Trovo and now Fort Cozy. I think that's what pisses them off the most.
It is.
True king shit. Shout out to AF.
Thank you, brother. And that is it, because you look at them, you look at somebody like Gator, nobody would ever know who Gator was if it wasn't for me. And that's just the truth. There's nothing he could ever say that would counteract that. Nobody would know who you are without me. Do you understand? Nobody would care if you were alive or if you were dead outside your family other than you fucking with me. I was the star of the show, not you. I built the kill stream, not you, not anybody else. This is the Ralph show. This is not the Gator show. This is not the anybody else show. It was always the Ralph show. And it always will be. And the reason is because nobody else is that guy. I'm that guy. And you know that guy when you see him. Because the other people can't do what I do. And if they could, they would do it. And they've tried, believe me. And they can't fucking do it. There are people who can do it. And we have some on this website. And we have some people elsewhere. But the majority can't do it. Period. If they could, they would. Do you understand? If Gator could do what I did and what I do, he would do it. Do you think he would? You think he would rather do this than work a regular job? Of course he would. Everybody would. And by the way, there's downsides to this that you don't have at a regular job. There are some negatives. I don't want to, sugarcoat it, but yeah, I'd still rather do this than a regular job, and that's why I do it. All these people would rather do this than a regular job. And the fact of the matter is, they're not able to do it.
Hale Gribble sent $3. Gator can't even brush his fucking hair.
Correct. And so everything they say, it all boils down to that. And you can see them. And if you listen to them long enough, you can hear them. And they're literally just completely enraged. Rand probably, he sees the support rolling in. He just can't even believe it. Yeah, well, sorry, Rand. People like me more than you. People think I'm more entertaining than you because I am. I have better guests than you. I have better moments than you. I go out into the street, Roe v. Wade in front of the Supreme Court because I'm better than you. Like, there's zero question that I'm better than you. I'm better than Gator, Lion Brian. I'm better than Joe Pritch. I'm better than whatever that faggot's name that runs Shing. I'm better than all you guys. And it's not even a contest. It's not even a contest.
But
do we have any more of these faggots? I don't even know if we do.